Tell me about this beast of yours.
Well, it's my little buggy that I do like to go off-roading with because I like the outdoors. I like getting dirty. So yeah, I've always loved trucks, but trucks comes with its own perks and its own, well, it comes with its pros, but its cons too. And with the price of gas and stuff, I figured, I'm like, you know what? I'll just turn one of these things and just lift it. They're so good for 4x4. Like the all-wheel drive system on Subarus is, I can't go with anything else. It's absolutely, I've tried other cars and some of them it's like all-wheel drive assist. It's not always on, turns off on the highway or whatever. This one is very, it's like user-friendly, I guess you can say, but at the same time so easy to fix. Everything is so easy to fix on these cars. And my first one I had was a 97, and since then, that's it. And I've owned a new one too, 2018, back in 2018. Wasn't a fan of the new stuff. That's my personal choice. I like the older engines better. So that's why this one is a 2005. Changed the engine. It's a 2002 engine. The transmission is a 6-speed and it's from a 2007. The axles have been changed. It's like because the transmission is a limited slip differential transmission in the front. So the axles are all from an STI. The rear gearing is the same as the transmission. I didn't have to change that. Luckily, I think that's the only original part on the car. Everything else, the wiring harness, I made my own bumper bars and skid plate and whatnot. So everything else is pretty much do it yourself. And that's it. And then I put 30-inch tires on it. The interior is like original too. So if ever I have to, I am a big guy, so sometimes I have to get in properly. And even the transmission, because it sits lower down. So to press reverse, it is a little bit of a hassle because it's down here, but my shifter, I did an extension. Yeah, the computer now is tucked into where the airbag is because it was on the floor before originally. And if I do go mudding or whatever, I don't want the wiring harness or any of its connectors to get any kind of water infiltration, then it starts to rot. So it was originally just a naturally aspirated 2.5 RS. Then I bought a WRX engine. Then I lifted it. Then with the help of Ratchet Customs out in Rockland, Todd, the owner, he helped me transmission. Got the right type of transmission because he does a lot of drag racing and stuff, and he's well known to be like that Subaru guru, you know, the very go-to guy for super good lad to be in contact with, especially for Subaru stuff. Yeah, and then basically the rear, as you can tell too, the rear subframe it's basically like a body lift, so everything underneath has been reinforced. And like I mentioned before, it is a full frame. And then I always have my little survival pack because now the spare tire is up on the roof. I always carry all my spare tools and whatnot in the trunk, just in case. So I never go stranded. And I've pulled so many Jeeps out that I used to have a sticker on the top that used to say Jeep Rescue Vehicle. So, and that's it. That's my big fascination with Subarus. And now I know the body is really rough, but I bought a whole bunch of body panels now, 4 doors and a trunk lid, and it's gonna get a new paint job this summer. Electrical work is my strong point. Doing a lot of electrical work, you get that kind of sauce, and I like things that are a little bit more challenging and complex. Sadly, Subaru doesn't really have many electrical issues, and that's a good thing though. So, but nevertheless, the cars are fun to work on and they're just reliable. I like them, and that's why I've always had them.